I did want to check with you a little bit the tools that I'm using and explain to you why I use what. Now, in the morning, I was using the rope halter, just a simple rope halter that probably most of you have access to. It could have also been just a normal style halter. It would have been not a difference the way how I worked it. So whatever kind of just normal halter will work for the basic exercises where you're needing to tune in with your horse's body. So the correction on the head on the rope halter is as little as possible. Now, if you're going to start to influence into your horse's body, you will need to have different tools. So I mentioned a few times the Cavesson, and I just wanted to show you what that is and how that looks like, if in case you haven't seen one yet. So I got different ones. Here is one, I think it's called the soft touch. So you can see there is rings, and my kids use this for riding my old horse, so that's why the reins are here. But you could also attach the rein here in the center, take this one off, and now the benefit of this is that if you move your horse's head, you're going to move it equally. So you don't have that problem like with the rope halter where you have the field down here and you can get your horse crooked, what will then block the spine. So in order for the movement to go through the spine, for the flexion to be correct, you need always to have the ears leveled, right? So if you give a feeling here on the front, you will have a better chance, they can still get crooked, to do a correct movement and a correct flexion in the horse. So this is a really great one. I do have different styles. I don't have like the very hard one that's really like grabbing the nose. I'd like to have one because I think it's the most precise. I do have some with a chain. Let's see, where is that one? Oh yeah, it's right here. I have one with a chain, so that's a little bit less likely to slip, because that's an important part. They shouldn't slip. So this one is pretty like stiff here because there is a chain, but there is a big leather around, so it's not gonna hurt the horse. What's important with these tools is they shouldn't slip, because if they slip, you have that piece in the eye of your horse, and that are things that you don't want, you want to avoid. So yes, so this is the Cavesson. Then the next tool we're using, or bridle type, is just a simple bit, the simple Snaffle. The simple Snaffle is an elevator bit, so it's there to lift the horse. The first thing we're looking at is to get the horse up, because only when the horse is in an upright position with an open throat latch, like an upright, the chest of the horse will be able to lift. If the horse is low, the chest is collapsed. So we need to use the elevator, the lifter, to bring the horse up. Now, when we worked with that for a while, we can progress to the curb, the double bridle, curb, and snaffle. So the reason why I'm using both is, with the snaffle, you still have the option to do the elevation. So if your horse does come down, you can use the snaffle to bring him up, that you cannot do with the curb. The curb is there to work more the flexion. So when you have both, you can use either way what you need. If your horse comes low, you use the snaffle to bring him up. If you want to get more flexion, you use the curb to work the flexion of the paw. So that's the simple reason why we're using both. It's a progress to come here, and this is a very sharp instrument and should only be used by very soft hands. Also, already the snaffle is harsh, and also the Cavesson, if it's a tough one. This our responsibility is to get really, really soft with our hand. I see a lot of riders that harden here that joint. Yes, so they're strong here, they're holding tension here, and if I try to move that, it's kind of like stiff. So, and I can usually feel that if a rider holds the rein and I'm going, here's the horse, and I go in between and I try here to soften, how hard it is to actually get the hand to give. So our joints, fingers, they need to be soft, like a rubber band. Like they have to be super soft and giving. It doesn't mean that they cannot hold or that they can take, but they need to always be giving back. So the tool is not the instrument that harms, it is my hand. So I need to make sure that my hands are soft and giving and in a positive and nice conversation with the horse. That's really how I see the conversation between my horse's mouth and my hands. It needs to be a conversation, a soft, friendly, nice feeling. If my hand hurts, you can be sure that your horse has a lot of tension in the jaw because it has to hold the tension. So if I have too much tension here, I need to be the one that gives. I need to be the one that softens up so my horse can do the same.